All right, what's up, y'all? So I made a video speaking on I did this before, how to deal with rejection or something like that. So I'm back with another one, and I don't even remember what brought this up. But anyway, I realized how I deal with rejection, and it's a type of immunity. All right, so when you got your snakes who are, they have poisonous venom inside of them. They have circulating antibodies, and I looked this up today so I can sound smart. They have circulating antibodies that will basically, stop the venom from harming them, or the venom from other snakes from harming them as well. Circulating antibodies. So I believe I have a type of circulating antibodies of my own, uh, and that is I am the reject. I do well with rejection because I've been rejected so much that I reject myself. I am a reject. And because I accept that, there's nothing to fall off of. And no matter how far I climb, it still feels like I'm at the bottom. And what a powerful position to be in. Like, it reminds me of, I remember somebody telling me, it's basically like not to stoop down to somebody's level when they have nothing to lose, because they can take everything from you while you trying to get even with them. And sometimes when you want to get even with somebody, you got to go downwards. And somebody who has nothing to lose, they don't care who they bring down to their level. Now, and I'm not saying you got to be a savage about it where you just out to bring people down. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I've experienced rejection so much that rejection isn't even rejection. It's just a part of life. You know, it's like, if you want to be very good at selling, go be a door to door salesman. You want to get good at rejection, rather, be a door to door salesman. And people who really stick it through, but you can't tell them nothing. You know, there are no no's. It's just a not right now. You know what I'm saying? So bro, that's how I feel about it. And also, I reject that which could reject me. Okay. So if, for example, if a woman wanted to reject me, I rejected her first. How? Well, by saying, well, I don't need you anyway. I was going to add something to your life. Just things like that, Nothing harsh, none of that sour grape shit where where you they reject you, then you want to, call them ugly and make fun of them and stuff. No, 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 not that. No, that's not player. That's not adult. That's not mature. But it's one of those things. It's like, well, I mean, look, you got the audacity to reject me, then I got the audacity to reject you. And in some cases, it is sour grapes where it's like, if a job wanted to reject me, not like I'm really looking to be up under anybody, well, fuck y'all then. I do better without y'all. And that's just the type of mentality you gotta have. Don't take it personally because somebody don't want you. All right, you just paying attention to this one aspect of somebody don't want you, an organization don't want you. This world is full of people and organizations that don't want you. Okay, you gonna get mad because the KKK don't like niggers? We already knew that. Okay, like what the. Like, are you going to get mad because, I don't know, your mother doesn't see you in a sexual manner? Like, okay, it was rejection all around the place. You'd be happy. You'd be happy with that, with your mom not seeing you in a sexual manner, probably. Yeah, I would hope so. But you just got to be okay. You got to find a way to be okay with it in every event. And, you can't be going through life with this romantic expectation. Like, that's entitlement. The audacity to think that you deserve something just because you want it, or you should have something just because you want it. That's true for some things, definitely not all things. All right? So, and every time that you feel rejected, every time that you get rejected, maybe do a little self analysis as well as to why that may have happened. All right? So, if it's like a woman rejects you, you don't go on a mission to say, just wait. You're going to love me by the end of this movie when I show up in your backyard with the stereo, with the boom box or whatever it is over my shoulder playing music. No, it's not one of those things. Somebody reject you, you move on. Go get rejected some more. Whatever it is. But take it from me as somebody who's dealt with this many times. Don't let it deter you. Don't let it discourage you from being out there. And like, in fact, the more it happens, the bolder you should get. And the less you should care about the outcome. Because when you start to realize that when you don't care about the outcome, you move differently. All right? A lot of you guys, see, and I didn't want to make this about guys, you know what I'm saying? Just in any event, but I'm just speaking from a guy's point of view. A lot of you guys, because you like a woman so goddamn much, you turn yourself into a shell of yourself to try to kind of coax her into liking you, to keeping her around, showing how cool you can be. It's a losing game, bro. You might as well show her what she's to expect in a relationship, kind of up front. All right, so if that means some banter, if that means I don't know, swear a lot because that's what you do, if that means I don't know, or you have strong opinions, whatever it may be. Now, obviously, case by case situation, you don't want to just throw it all on somebody. It's too much to take. All right, so you obviously got to ease yourself into that, but I think it's much more worth it as opposed to trying to paint yourself as something that you just are not, and you have no intentions of being, and you have nobody to blame but yourself when things fail. Uh, Sometime in the relationship, or sometime down the road in the relationship, when you get tired of pretending, okay, and that's a breaking point for a lot of us. That a lot of us have is we realize that I've been pretending. I've been pretending so other people won't reject me, but I don't even accept myself. So that's a rejection in itself. You're rejecting your goddamn self. And see, that's what happens. You get so used to rejecting yourself as you try to be accepted by others, then when others start rejecting yourself, you don't know what to do about it. You crumble. And you take it personally because you're not in touch with what it means to be yourself personally. You have no idea what it's like to say, "Hey, look, all right, we got this. We got this. I got you. You got me." You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it is. Now, I've spoken on this a couple of times. The concept of splitting yourself up in many ways, so you can have a counsel. All right. So when the world around you isn't being favorable, it isn't giving you what you want, then you give yourself what you want, and then you don't care about what's going on out there. So although I felt like I've given out some good advice in this video on how to deal with rejection, there's a part of me that can't really compute because I'm not. It's been so long since I've actually seek the validation. Since I've sought the validation of others. Like that part of me is becoming very fuzzy. You know, like I almost need somebody to refresh my memory of what it's like to seek the approval of others. And let me tell you something. It's because I never quite got the approval that I wanted from others. The reason why that got me to this point. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to do some people pleasing type shit, it didn't fill me up because now I feel like I had to stay in a box. And staying in a box is something that I do not do. I'm not a figurine. All right, I ain't not an action figure, not a goddamn Barbie doll, mint condition type shit. Like I break out of the box. You know what I'm saying? I break out of the boxes that I put myself in. That, I think, oh, yeah, this is it for me. Yeah, this is the life. This is what I want. And that shit gets boring. That shit gets old very fast, and I break out of that. I reject that. All right, and I reject certain things about myself that I just don't disagree with. Just things that hold me back. You know, not so much ankle weights, but more so of anchors. And but with that being said, look, embrace it. Embrace the life of a reject. It makes you scrappy. It makes you fearless. It makes you bold, and fortune favors the bold. Okay, and it will teach you how to not care about certain things like the outcome or like what other people may think about you. Because no matter who you are, somebody gonna have something bad to say about you. All right. Best wishes.